On today's show,
it's all about the Jean Beasley Sea Turtle Hospital. So, ready to make a difference?
Building a better planet starts with you.
Aqua Kids, traveling around the world, going where we've never been before, having fun and so much more, learning from our friends of the sea, saving them is up to you and me. Aqua Kids.
hey everyone at home, and welcome to another exciting episode of Aqua Kids. I'm Katie.
And I'm Drew. And today we have the very special opportunity to work with Miss Jean Beasley, Oceania's 2013 Ocean Hero Award winner.
That's right, Drew. Miss Jean has been a huge name in the past few years with her instrumental work in helping to rehabilitate endangered sea turtles.
Not only do we get to speak to Miss Jean herself and hear her story, but we also get to take a closer look at what goes on behind the doors of the Jean Beasley Sea Turtle Hospital.
That's right, from cutting up all the fish to feeding the turtles ourselves, we have a very busy day ahead of us.
We sure do, Katie. Let's get started.
Okay.
We're here at the Jean Beasley Sea Turtle Rescue and Rehabilitation Center in Topsail Beach, North Carolina.
The hospital actually started in 1995 in the backyard of a volunteer with one sea turtle, and then it expanded to this.
Wow. Well, let's go get the backstory from Katie and Clark.
Let's go.
Well, thanks, Danielle and Drew. We're now here with Miss Jean. Miss Jean, tell us how this whole thing happened.
Well, believe it or not, it actually was pushed by a sea turtle, but the story goes back before that. My daughter Karen, for whom the hospital is named, was the original founder of our beach monitoring program. And unfortunately, she died at an early age from leukemia. She left that legacy to me along with insurance money to do something good for sea turtles. I didn't know what that was going to be, but a turtle showed me the way. We had been seeing some sick and injured sea turtles, and all of a sudden we had one show up who had a really serious injury. Clark, you remember this from years ago, I bet.
I do.
But we ended up taking that turtle up to the College of Veterinary Medicine at NC State, and we spent the whole day up there getting the wounds cleaned up and they take great care of our turtles. They're still our primary vets. And so the turtle was coming out of the anesthesia, and it was late at night, and I said, we're going to have to be heading back to Topsail Island. Can we come back to see the sea turtle? It's a hospital too, right? And so we were going to visit, and everybody looked at me like I was crazy and said, come back to see it. We don't have a place to keep a sea turtle up here. It's going home with you. So, we didn't have a place to keep a sea turtle either.
Keep it in the bathtub.
So it lived in my basement in this tiny little tub. Thankfully, it was a small turtle, not like some you've seen today. And we went rooting around everywhere that we could find. And as a matter of fact, Stuart May up at Pano Shores Aquarium, and y'all are going to be there as a matter of fact, or have been, and they had a tank on their trash pile. They had repaired it so many times that it didn't think that it could be repaired anymore. We took it, got it ready, and that turtle, whose name was Lucky, became our first turtle, named by the vets at the vet school because it almost hit the brain case with the head injury. Ever since then, when things start to lag a little bit or the energy gets low or something like that, I sort of feel those flippers from Lucky hitting me on the backside saying, you know, the turtles need this, keep going. So the other little part of the story that I get a laugh out of is that when I was getting all the permits lined up, because we started out with one turtle in a volunteer's backyard, didn't have this, had no property.
Right.
Soon we had 2, soon we had 3. Our water got cold. They had to be sent down to Florida. I drove them down there. Then they had to come back. Ding! We need to have a facility here. So that Lucky was driving us all the way, pushed us right into this. So when I was getting the permits, one of the gentlemen with whom I was working said, you know, it's a really nice thing you want to do, but you'll probably not have more than 3 or 4 turtles every 5 years or so.
The turtles have proved him wrong.
So, so more than 16 years ago, when we began this journey, We had that in mind, and boy, was everybody wrong.
So is your plan to expand the hospital in this new location? Do you want more volunteers to get more people involved, more turtles?
Well, we are so fortunate. Our whole effort is based on volunteers. We have no paid staff. We don't receive any federal or state funding. So all of our money comes from our supporters, people who care about sea turtles. Our new facility, by the way, has no tax dollars in it. It's all from private funding and fundraisers that we do and what have you, wonderful people who support us, who care about the turtles. I do think, in spite of the size of our building, that there is a finite number that we are able to give the level of care that we want to give the turtles.
And that they deserve, really.
And that they deserve. Great observation. So a lot of that is going to depend on what we judge that we're able to take care of and give the same quality of care that we have here.
Katie, what did you think of Miss Jean's story?
Listening to the background story of the hospital was just amazing, Drew. It's incredible how the hospital, which has now rehabilitated almost 400 sea turtles, started with just one little turtle in a volunteer's backyard. Don't go away. When the Aqua Kids come back, we get a chance to see what goes on behind the doors of the Sea Turtle Hospital.
Aqua Kids presents another Aqua Kids Pop Quiz. We all know that cheetahs are the fastest land animal, reaching speeds of up to 75 miles an hour. But did you know that there's a fish that can leave the cheetah in the proverbial dust? Is it A, the sailfish, B, the swordfish, or C, the black marlin? Get your starter pistol ready, and I'll be back with the answer after the break. Did you guess which fish is the world's fastest swimmer? The answer is C, the black marlin. Swordfish have been clocked at up to 60 miles an hour, and sailfish can reach speeds of nearly 68 miles an hour. But the speed demon of the deep is C, the black marlin. A hooked black marlin was once recorded stripping line from a fishing reel at 120 feet per second, the equivalent of 80 miles an hour.
We're back at the Jean Beasley Sea Turtle Rescue and Rehabilitation Center on Topsail Island.
Drew and Danielle are out back right now learning just how they prepare food for these endangered sea turtles.
Thanks, Katie and Clark. We're here now with Beth, and we're gonna prepare some turtle food.
Yes, this is the turtle's favorite part of the day, eating time.
Same here.
So here's a bluefish, which is one of their favorite foods. We also have some delicious capelin. They're small, but they pack a punch. The turtles love them. We also have some squid, which is delicious and delectable, and I'm sure you've had a few sushi in your time.
Oh, yeah,
And some
calamari.
calamari.
All right.
We also have some delicious shrimp, wild caught and delicious to the sea turtles. And we have a soft shell crab, which is also, it is definitely, this is their favorite little tasty treat. We also feed our green turtles some greens. They love lettuce, tomatoes, and some bell peppers and different kinds of other things. They even like broccoli.
Wow, do they find that in the wild?
I know.
No, they just find that from us. So what do you think about let's get busy and cut some of these capelin up and prepare some breakfast for these guys?
All right.
All right.
Show us how to do it.
All righty. Well, we use all the capelin from the head to the tail. Because of their small size, they are quite easy to cut up, and we cut them into small, tasty little bites for the turtles to eat. The turtle's size determines how big a piece we cut for them. Now, the head also is rich in calcium, so that's also a good thing for them. You want to cut one up?
Sure.
All right.
Looks tasty.
It does look tasty, doesn't it?
I don't think I'd eat the head though.
I don't either. Well, you know, we can always toss that to the side. Not only do they eat this delicious capelin, but they also eat some squid. Now squid, when they're wild, like this one was, before he was put in the freezer, they have a beak inside them, which is what they eat with. And this beak is kind of hidden down in here, but it's so sharp and so difficult for the turtles to process through their bodies that we take this out as just a little safety thing for our turtles. They also have a little spine there.
Is that where the spine is? That black part?
Exactly. It's a spine. You want to cut it crossways, and that way you can get your finger in there and
How deep should I cut? Just
I think just a sort of a superficial little cut just to get your finger in there is what we're after. There you go.
do
Oh
it.
yeah. Oh yeah.
now. Where's his ink sac?
Well, it's up in his head here, so I think
Yeah.
you're safe right now. You did real well with it. Of course, since he was, oh yeah.
Oh,
Was
that's a
that
long
plastic?
one.
Oh wow.
Are they gonna eat this thing whole?
Well, the larger turtles can eat that whole, but the smaller turtles, like we're going to be preparing the food for right now, they need it cut into some more bite-sized pieces.
There we go.
So you've all had
Okay.
calamari, right?
Oh, yes.
You know how they
Love
make the
it.
happy little rings? Well, we can make them a little bit wider than that.
Like that.
That's perfect.
Okay.
There you
Oh,
go.
look at that going out.
Ooh, delicious. Makes you take another look at calamari, right?
Oh yeah.
If you'll get the food bowl there,
Sure.
I think we have one offside there, and I know these little fellas are hungry.
Are we feeding Holden the third?
Yeah, we're going to feed Holden the
All right.
third. So we're going to prepare his food. So if you go ahead and put those items that we've already
Just throw it all
gotten
in.
there. All right, let's see. Holden the third. He's going to get 8 ounces, and also he's going to have a calcium daily.
Oh, so this little pink pill here?
Yes, that's an 1/8 of a calcium tablet, and he gets one of those every day. And we can't just put it in there, although some of them do like to eat them off the bottom. We kind of hide it away, like in a little pocket here in our fish.
Let's see, you just slide it in. Oh,
That's right. And that way they don't lose it
That's how my mom would hide the medicine for me when I was little.
in a fish.
In food.
Hope not.
All right, so let's go ahead and put this up here, and he gets 8 ounces. So I'm going to have to supplement what we've already cut. So if you go ahead and put that in the
Cut the rest
bowl,
of
and
them,
let's
okay.
measure out for him, and I'll go ahead and whack up a few more of these capelin.
All right.
And help us out there, and you keep adding that to the bowl. Now those are
This is
actually
eggs?
eggs.
Oh, wow.
Exactly, good shot there with that. You got the eggs in there.
throw
I'll
them
be
all
cutting
in.
up a few more as we want to see. And the closer we get to 8, how about you telling us, Daniel, how we're doing
A
there?
little foggy, but
Yeah, that's a little foggy.
But are we getting close? Is it-
That one's the 8th, right?
Let's give him a special treat. Let's give him one of those
Oh,
tasty
that's nice.
shrimp. How about that?
Thanks, Drew and Danielle. Well, now it's time to feed some turtles. Beth, who's in this tank?
Down deep in this tank is Oceana. She is a loggerhead turtle, and I'm sure she's very hungry. So she's going to be ready to eat when she comes up to the surface here, and hopefully she'll appear for us in just a few minutes. She was moving around down there. Wake up, little girl. It's
Well,
breakfast
it's time to
time. Yeah, that's right. Now, so you can start
Okay,
dropping
I
them
see
in
it.
there. And she's coming around.
Oh,
She
she's gonna get
sees you.
There
That's
she
a
is.
good bite.
There it is.
Now she's going to get more excited because now she realizes it's not just a game. Here it comes.
It's tasty, right?
Yep.
Here we go.
And it's fun to kind of, there she
Here she
comes. Oh, good girl.
Get it. Oh,
Yeah.
there she got it. Okay, let's see, maybe a bigger piece now.
That's right.
A lot of different food in here.
That's those bluefish we just picked.
Oh, yeah, she likes
a
those.
favorite.
So this is Holden 3, and he looks very, very hungry. So can we just start throwing some?
Absolutely. You can take
Oh.
a few in your hand. I'll actually hold the bowl for you if you want to grab a few and just kind of toss
Sure.
them over there towards
Now, is
him.
there a reason these are cut smaller, just because he's a smaller turtle?
Absolutely. He's a smaller turtle and his mouth won't open as wide as a loggerhead will. And so we have prepared his pieces smaller, and inside one of the pieces we put his calcium pills so he won't even know he's getting his medicine today. He is hungry. You are absolutely right there.
And what will the calcium do for him? Help his shell?
It'll help his shell grow back stronger. It'll help his bones. It'll just help him, especially in his injury on his head.
Beth, who do we have here?
This is Lee.
And how did Lee get his name?
Lee was actually found right off of Lee Island. It's a little island, a little south of here, and he was covered with barnacles and leeches and all kinds of disgusting things.
Oh man. So he's brought to the hospital, and
He's
how
brought.
long has he been at the hospital?
He's only been here a little over a year, I believe, because he has really gained weight. Because he is a good eater.
He does look very hungry.
He does.
Oh, there he goes. He's found some.
Yes.
And we're trying to stay away from the mouth of the loggerhead because loggerheads probably have one of the largest mouths of any sea turtles.
Well, they do, and you got to remember that their favorite food are conchs. and
wow.
other shelled creatures. So you know how thick a conch shell is.
So safety is an important issue for both the volunteers that work here as well as the people who come to visit, isn't it?
Absolutely, and the turtles. We don't want the turtles injured from any kind of accident, and we don't want our volunteers or visitors to be harmed either. So we have pretty much a hands-off attitude because we want them to remain wild.
It was great to see that the hospital had a hands-off approach when feeding the sea turtles. Although we all would have loved to hand feed those little guys,
And some big guys.
it is so important that the sea turtles do not associate humans with food when they get back into the wild.
Absolutely, Katie. It was also funny to see how all of the turtles had different personalities. It seemed like they each had their own favorite foods, just like I do.
Exactly, Drew. Let's see. While the sea turtles' favorite foods were shrimp and fish, here's our tacos, steak, spicy cheese crackers.
Don't go too far. When Aqua Kids returns, we have a special treat in store.
So Drew, what is a special treat in store for us?
Well, Katie, after hearing talk about the brand new facility all day, we're finally going to go get a chance to see it.
Awesome! Let's go check it out.
All right. So here we are at the new turtle hospital.
Ta-da! Look at this place.
Man, did you know you could fit 6 of the old hospital in just one of these rooms?
I mean, 13,600 square feet. It's like a castle in there.
Well, let's go meet up with Miss Jean. She's gonna give us a tour of the
Let's
facility.
go, come on.
Right.
Hey, there's Miss Jean. Let's go talk to her.
Hey,
We're ready for the tour.
guys
Nice to
doing?
meet you.
It's so good to see you.
Thank you for having us.
I am so glad that you've come to see our new sea turtle hospital.
We're excited.
It is just going to really knock your socks off.
I'm not wearing any
I'm not wearing
socks.
socks either, but hey.
you better put on some then because you're going to be in trouble. I want you to meet a special friend of ours who's been so instrumental in helping us get this building ready.
Okay.
And her name is Sunita Gatros. And Sunita, come on
Hi.
in.
Welcome.
Meet the Aqua
Thank
Kids.
you.
So I'm
Here.
going to turn you over to her.
All right.
And she's going to show you the whole deal.
All right,
Thank
thanks
you
so
much.
much.
Come
Hi.
on.
So I heard this place was 13,600 square feet.
Yeah, it's great. The old one was less than 1,000 square feet, so we're very
gosh.
excited to have this much space. We
Yeah.
can put a lot of turtles in here.
That's amazing. When did you build it? It looks brand spanking new.
It is brand spanking new. We haven't even gotten all the turtles in yet. We're just starting to move equipment in, but we hope to move turtles in the next couple of weeks. So I'm very excited to show you all that we can do here.
Well,
in
we're
this new
excited to see it. Are you guys
building.
opening soon?
We hope to be open in the next couple of weeks. Okay, guys, come on in here. I want to show you the therapy room.
Oh.
That's a big tank. Wow. This is
is-
where you keep them?
This is where the turtles will get their exercise. We can put a current in here, we
Wow.
can put the turtles in and make sure they're ready to go before we release them. Come on in, guys. This is Turtle Bay.
Turtle Bay.
This is where the turtles are gonna live. We're gonna put all of our tanks right in here.
Wow.
So big.
How many turtles can you fit in here? This is.
Well, all 40 that are in our hospital now will come here, and then we'll see how many more we can fit in. Probably 100 or more could fit in here easily.
Oh, I bet.
You could easily fit the whole old hospital in this room.
Oh,
That's-
very easily, probably about 3 times. Okay, guys, come in here. I'm so excited to show you. This is our surgical suite. We'll actually be able to do surgery here on site with our turtles.
Wow, you didn't have this at the old hospital, did you?
No, we didn't have this. We also are going to be able to x-ray the turtles. We have a digital radiograph machine that will be here, so every turtle will get a digital x-ray when they come in. It'll save them a trip to Raleigh, where we used to go for their vet work. That's about 2.5 hours on the highway.
That's gonna be so much more efficient. They won't be stressed. They'll be here. They'll be fast.
Exactly. The recovery will be much better because the turtles will be right here on site. The vets
Right.
will bring what they need here and treat them right here on site.
Well, thank you so much for having us here. This facility is going to allow you to do so much more for the turtles.
We can't wait to do it. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Drew, what did you think of the new place?
It was huge. This new facility will really make it so much easier for all of the volunteers to take great care of the sea turtles.
That's right. Plus, the surgical suite and the rehabilitation pool are a great addition that will allow the hospital to be much more efficient and, in the end, save even more sea turtles. Here's our top story. Gill nets causing serious problems for sea turtles. As sea turtle populations continue to decline, scientists are aggressively looking for answers. What is causing the death of so many sea turtles each year? While there are many factors that contribute to the declining populations, one major reason is the use of gill nets in commercial fishing. Gill nets are large mesh nets that snare fish by their gills as they swim by. Commonly stationed in the water column, these nets can oftentimes catch much more than just the target species, including sea turtles. When a sea turtle swims by the net, they can get entangled and stuck in the mesh. Because sea turtles are air breathers, this forced submersion can eventually result in death for the sea turtle. The use of these gill nets is devastating to sea turtle populations, and thus many sea turtle advocates are calling for compromise. We are hopeful that a solution to this problem will evolve sometime in the near future. I'm Katie with Aqua News, keeping you connected to our planet. Now back to Aqua Kids.
Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's episode of Aqua Kids.
I don't know about you, Drew, but I had a great time learning all about the Jean Beasley Sea Turtle Hospital.
Me too. I'm so glad we got a chance to see the new facility. I'll definitely have to go back once all the sea turtles have moved in.
You gotta take me with you, Drew.
Of course.
It was also amazing to see how hard the volunteers work to make sure that the sea turtles get the care they need so that one day they can make it back to their ocean habitat.
It's people like the volunteers at the Jean Beasley Sea Turtle Hospital that help us to remember that everyone can do their part to help keep this planet green and blue.
And so can you.
So visit our website for cool eco tips.
And fun links to show you how we can keep the world
And the water, a great place to play and explore.
And we'll see you next time
On
on
Aqua
Aqua
Kids.
Kids. And mark your calendars. Next week, the Aqua Kids actually get the chance to release one of Miss Jean's rehabilitated sea turtles.
You won't want to miss it.